Hello, dear learners, and welcome to the course on Healthcare Quality Management, Infection Control and Patient Safety. To the Module 1 Foundation of Healthcare Quality and Infection Control, in continuation, we will be discussing with the Chapter 3 on importance of quality in improving patient outcomes and health system performance in Indian hospitals. We will be dealing with discussion on introduction, definition of healthcare quality, why quality matters, and Indian healthcare context. So if you do see in the healthcare quality and the continuum that the patient receive excellent care because of the excellence of the healthcare system. They have access to quality focused company and trained medical personnel. Additionally, patient receive clear instructions and proper communication and their satisfaction rating are regularly addressed. So we can understand that how clear instructions and proper communication plays a major role over here. By encouraging wise healthcare choices and standardizing procedure, this strategy helps the patient. It places a strong emphasis on patient safety, vulnerable person care, safe transportation and continuity of care, all of us which are very vital in the healthcare. Quality ensures. So it says that safety matters a lot. This refers to preventing patient from being harmed by the care they get. When patient observe adopted and practiced practices that establish a safe environment, patient safety adopts a system-wide approach. Efficiency comes in second line. This is the avoidance of waste, including waste from tools, including waste from materials, including waste from concepts and energy. So defensive medicine is something, and malpractices claims, structural issues and administrative fraud and abuses are additional examples of waste in healthcare industry. Healthcare efficiency can be supported by cost-effective care. Effectiveness comes into second line. So this means offering services based on scientific understanding to all potential beneficiaries. Treatment and procedure decisions are informed by scientific understanding, thanking to evidence-based medicine. Patient-centered care in continuation, care that respects and takes into account the requirement, preferences and values of the patient is referred to as patient-centered care. So the major focus on even the current health policy is also towards the patient-centered care. When patients have a say in some part of their care, they found it very accountable. It is referred to as patient-centered care. This method encourages the teamwork and cooperation in healthcare to impact the level of care, and we receive a major satisfaction towards the patient. The initiatives for quality improvement significantly enhance hospital performance and patient outcomes in India. They accomplish this by standardizing procedures, enhancing productivity, and raising employee and patient happiness, which is ultimately the goal of the healthcare. In order to evaluate and enhance hospital outcomes, quality metrics and measurements are very essential. To monitor different quality measures, hospital management should develop reliable performance measuring tools. Clinical results, patient satisfaction and adherence to best practices and other relevant initiatives are examples of this measure. They are very crucial instruments for evaluating the quality of healthcare services and in pinpointing the need of the development where healthcare quality stands for. Next comes in definition of the healthcare quality. As we have already discussed in the previous chapter, the Institute of Medicine that stated quality of care, which means much health services to be improved and the health outcomes to be derived. There are the framework which are being enlisted over here, that is safe, effective, patient-centered, timely care, efficient and equitable care. So why quality matters with respect to the Institute of Medicine definition? That building patient trust and satisfaction is the very utmost important. Patient satisfaction refers to how the patient feels about different aspects of the service experiences. Assessing the patient satisfaction can provide valuable insights about daily hospital care and quality, which the patient matters a lot. And the acceptance of patient satisfaction is much a need that the healthcare provider should take. It is widely recognized as an important part of care quality that reflects into the internal aspects of hospital care. Therefore, everyone in the healthcare community who are involved in providing the healthcare to the patient should be more aware about the quality issues and the significance to ensure patient receive the best care in the very cost effective way. Many times it is uttered that quality has to pay a lot. What I mean to say is that when you are involving the patient into the care and you are aware about the quality issues, the significance affects the quality and it allows actually to affect the cost. The most training which are involved on focusing individual patient care with little emphasis on educating the healthcare professional about the broader issues such as teamwork, organization behavior and continuous improvement also come into the focus when we try to provide the best quality of the healthcare. There is an urgent need to reduce healthcare errors and eliminate the barriers to the progress, which affects the misunderstanding about why the error happens, and there is lesser blame game. The culture of blame game usually announces actually from the different events actually which comes. Inadequate error reporting system and fear of being sued. If I have to give you an example that many a times actually it is being seen that most of the subordinate staffs into the hospital or healthcare, they are being most of the time are an victim of blame game. And there were most of the time the error reporting system comes very inadequate and we found that most of the events which are not discussed are more because of the blame game, where the system itself identifies the failure actually that there is a lesser healthcare communication, and if we find effective mode of dealing with this healthcare communication, it always deals with accumulating actually the blame game culture. Improving clinical outcome. This highlights the need to develop and implement quality management system in healthcare to improve efficiency and accountability to reduce the error. The ultimate aim in clinical outcomes to be improved is more towards reducing the errors and improving the treatment quality. So, what is there where you have to see the lowering rate of adverse event, near miss event or even sentinel events actually, where you find the significant benefits for quality management is more because of improving the quality and lowering these rates. Ensuring high quality means achieving best health outcomes. Maintaining consistency in those outcomes, establishing reliable processes and creating structure capable for responding very effectively to change the population need, as we find lot of population needs are more towards giving the best of the care. Seeking more patient counseling means giving the patient more accountability and understanding the patient needs. The institutional level input measures like NABH, NQAS, JCI, ISO, along with district level outcomes such as National Family Health Surveys are very important to consider the need of improving clinical outcome. If we do talk about Indian healthcare context, the high patient load and resource constraints are the basic thing that we have to encounter. And as a healthcare professional, India does not have enough hospital, and we do see, especially in villages, the remote rural health which is majorly affected. So many hospitals that exist do not have the basic tools or medical equipment. We do find that most of the hospitals into the rural area are affected more because of the infrastructure, the unavailability of the tools and the medical equipments. Even majority of the time we do see that there is lack of human resource. The quality of healthcare is not the same everywhere. We cannot just put every part or every single hospital as in unique to be satisfying with the needs of the IPHS standards. People in villages often get poor care. Some private clinics are not well regulated and do not provide good services. That's where we find that major push of the Indian population or the patient is more towards the private healthcare sector. There are not enough doctors for the number of patients, and we see one doctor in a government hospital may have to treat even about 11,000 patients. And the recommended ratio is one doctor for every 1000 patient. So we can understand the huge amount of load a doctor has to face. It is not just to see into the OPD, but the doctor even have to see the patient into the IPD and even other care actually to be provided. So we can understand the burnouts the Indian doctors, particularly in the public hospitals, that they are facing. So the quality standards and accreditation in India. So accreditation helps check if the patients are giving quality care. It is used all over the world to make sure hospital meet set of the standards. It is expected that the hospitals are giving more of this sort of things. Through accreditation, hospitals are checked by experts and by the hospital itself to see if they follow good practices. How do we take these lessons of good practices of hospital accreditation and how the hospital has to be more provoked actually to take the accreditation part, which becomes very important. So accreditation started in US, United States, but is now used in many countries. Even in India, hospitals can be accredited by national or international bodies. We look upon to government hospital to acquire NQAS, that is National Quality Assurance Standard, and the NABH, that is the National Accreditation Board for Hospitals and Healthcare Providers. The NABH was set up in 2005 in India and it gives accreditation to big and small hospitals, clinics, blood banks, and other healthcare centers across the country. Even the small healthcare organizations also, NABH has prepared the certificate guidelines. Thank you very much.